Guys, it is raining right now. As you guys can see, it's currently raining. I checked on the weather app on my phone, and it said there's like a 90% chance of snow at 8 p.m. And it's like exactly 8 o'clock right now, or like it might be 8:01. But I checked the time right before I started recording, and it was exactly 8 o'clock on the dot. So we might be getting some snow tonight. I don't know if it's going to be enough snow to touch the ground. It might just be like a really light snow. But I'm going to come back out here in about an hour, see if there's any snow. Hopefully capture some snow on camera. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to go back inside because it's freezing out here. But yeah, it might snow tonight. Like I said, I don't know. It might just be like a really light snow. But yeah, anyways, let's get this vlog started. Oh my god, it's cold out here. Alright guys, so it's been about an hour, and dang, there's no snow. Kinda sucks. There's snow up it's snowing up by where my mom is right now, but it's not snowing here. It's because we're, obviously we're like 20 minutes away from where my mom lives, so she's getting snow up there, but yeah, that kind of sucks. She did take a couple videos of the snow, so I'll show you guys those in a minute. But yeah, I was looking at my Instagram feed, and like all my friends are posting pictures of snow, and I'm kind of jealous. But yeah, it's just raining. There's no snow. Yeah. Alright guys, so for those of you who don't know, Dad actually stopped watching The Walking Dead. So I kind of wanted to get some of his insight as to why he stopped watching the show, and sort of what he think went wrong with the show, or why it's not as good as it used to be. And I totally agree with him. I think The Walking Dead has definitely lost some of its magic. So I want to get his insight on that. So first, can you start off by talking about like how you got into the show, or like how long you watched it for?
Oh, I watched it pretty much since the beginning.
Like when it first aired?
Yeah, started watching it not like right. Wait, yeah, like not long after, like right around when it first aired. I can't actually remember. I think I might have seen it like pre-airing and then started watching it regularly, but right when it began, that's
Yeah.
when I first got into it.
And then you watched.
And watched it the whole way through. You
What
know,
was the last episode you watched?
Well, I was watching it this season, and I don't know if it was the fourth or fifth episode, but that's kind of how I quit. It wasn't any like big, like, oh, I quit this show, It wasn't anything like that. I just got bored.
Yeah.
I just got to a point where it's like, I was watching one particular episode, and I honestly can't tell you if it's the fifth episode or fourth episode or what. But it was after Rick died or didn't die or whatever, and
It was after he blew up the bridge, right?
right.
Yeah.
And I would watch part of the episode, and I would forget what happened, and I would go back a few days later and watch the same part again, and then forget what happened. I just couldn't get interested in it, and that's how it's been for this season. I cannot bring myself to be interested in it. I don't
Right.
care about the show anymore. I don't care at all about anything that happens in the show.
Yeah.
And to me, that's the exact opposite of what good TV should be.
Yeah.
And that's especially true because I really grew up in an era of episodic TV where, well, like The Walking Dead was the same way, where the episodes were each week, and nowadays there's a lot of like you can,
Like Netflix, you
yeah,
put out a whole season at once.
yeah, watch a binge like that, but my whole life as, really as a TV viewer was like episodic TV, 1 week at a time. And so you wait for that next episode to come out, and so everything should supposed to end on something that makes you want to see the next one. Well, I don't care about the next episode of The Walking Dead. I don't care about the last one. I don't really care about the characters, unfortunately, because everybody cared about is pretty much gone, with the exception of just a few people, you know, like Daryl and Carol, and but there's not enough focus on them, and
Yeah, right.
I just completely lost interest this season, and that happened really this season.
Yeah.
Really complete loss of interest at all.
I kind of like, I don't know, for me, I started to, I mean, I still like the show. Like I said, it's definitely not as good as it used to be, but I kind of lost interest in the show around, like, season 8, when I were, like, there was the whole all-out war, and I was just, like, tuning out when I was watching the episodes. I was just, like, on my phone. I wasn't even paying attention, and I don't know, it was just so boring to me. I mean, I've liked this season. I think it's an improvement, but it just, I don't know, it's definitely not as good as it once was, and yeah, but any other thoughts?
Well, that's just the thing. I mean, it has been going downhill for a while, but this was really the first season that I, these episodes in the first half of this season where I just felt like I just really don't care, because one of the main driving factors of the show for me before were these characters in it that were just so crucial, you know. Rick and this band of people, you know, and sometimes some of them died, you know, and sometimes some like major characters died, but the characters who died were always replaced by somebody else who was brought in, and kind of like their characters were developed so that you cared about them.
Yeah.
Well, what happened partway through this season is that everybody important has now died in short order.
Or the actors have left.
The actors have left. Yeah, the characters are no longer on the show.
Yeah.
But no other characters have been elevated that we really care about or are that interested in.
Yeah.
So you're watching a show about a bunch of people that you're just sort of like, well, I don't care.
Like, remember in like season, like the first like few seasons, it was like, you know, Rick, Carl, Maggie, Glenn, Daryl, and it was just this group of survivors. Now there's like Daryl, Carol, Michonne, and 100 other people who you care about. There's like all these communities.
Three communities, and you're supposed to care about the little infights in each one and all this stuff, and it's way too much to keep track of.
Yeah.
And there's no real strong people that you really focus on, you know. And so you just lost all the impact of that, and kind of that was what I felt was the problem with Fear of the Walking Dead, is that like you start watching the show, the only thing it's just about zombies, but I don't care about any of these characters.
Yeah.
And Walking Dead reached the exact same point.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, this is just a show that's just kind of marginally about zombies and, you know, about these, and with a bunch of people that I'm just not at all interested in.
Yeah, and for me, like, at least, like, in, like, season 7 and 8, and I think maybe in 6, too, the episodes just felt so dry, and, like, nothing happened, and it was, like... Yeah, it just moved at such a slow pace, and it was, like...
Yeah, some of the pacing has been really bad over the past couple seasons.
It just, like, really went downhill.
And the story quality and the meandering nature of the overall story, and just too much stuff going on. It's very unfortunate. It's unfortunate, I think. I wish that the series would have ended
a while ago,
a couple seasons ago, you know.
Yeah, but, I mean, that's the thing when you adapt a comic book. Like, sometimes, I mean, it might have worked in the comic book. I haven't read the comics, so I don't know. But, you know, like, some of that stuff just doesn't translate well on TV.
Yeah, it's not translating well at all, so...
Like, the first few seasons were this, like, gritty, you know, drama. And then, like, some of the stuff in later seasons has just been kind of, like... It just seems kind of silly and cartoonish. Like, there's like a Shakespearean king with a tiger who has this community called the Kingdom. I mean, I like Ezekiel as a character, but it just seems so silly, you know?
Right,
like,
it's over the top in not a good way, just kind of an over the top in like kind of a silly way, I
get what you're saying. Well, any other thoughts? Or?
No, it's just too bad. I think that's really the only please, you know, do something, end it. You know, let it go out with some semblance of dignity, I guess. That would be
Yeah.
my thing, you know.
Yeah.
Let's move on, you know.
Yeah.
Moment of silence.
They're doing a season 10, so
I know you've told me that,
Yeah.
so good luck with that.
yeah. But you're done watching, right?
Yeah, I don't really think I can be interested to watch again, you know.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, what I guess one last thing to add, that you were telling me about the low viewership numbers and how it's just, you know, I mean, now they're doing the season 10. What do they want to end on? You know, what do they want to get their viewership down under, like, you know, 1 million? Or, I mean, what's
Yeah.
the goal? You know, how
Yeah.
low do they want it to drop, you know?
Yeah.
I
I
mean-
saw this article that was like the last episode, I think it was episode 10 of season 9, it hit like an all-time low, and it's like, I mean, I don't know, people just aren't interested anymore.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
what, the you know, show creators, they got to take some notice of that or something, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Alright, so one last point that I wanted to hit on. Well, actually, a couple things about The Walking Dead. I feel like a lot of like behind the scenes drama has really been affecting the overall story. Like, you know, Andrew Lincoln, the actor who plays Rick, the series lead, the main character, you know, wants off the show. Maggie left. Michonne's leaving in season 10. You know, they killed off Carl last season. I still don't know why. I still, to this day, do not understand why they killed off Carl. I read some article about how they fired the actor who played Carl because he turned 18. And I don't know, but I guess there was like a lot of behind the scenes drama that happened with that. But like, you know, Rick, the main character, is gone. And like if the lead actor of the series wants out, I mean, what does that say about the quality of the show, you know? So yeah, that was obviously a huge blow to the series, and you know, the series just doesn't feel the same. Like ever since Rick left, it just, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like the same, like the old Walking Dead, because, you know, Rick's not there, and this was Rick's story. We started out with him in the beginning, and, you know, now he's not there anymore, and it just feels really weird without Rick there, and yeah, I mean, I don't know, it's just, yeah, I don't know, The Walking Dead has definitely gone downhill for me. This season has been an improvement, but, you know, it's just really, I don't know, there's a very special period of time from like I'd say seasons 1 to 5. No, actually, we'll go seasons 1 to 6, because season 6 was a really solid season. But there's a very special period of time for The Walking Dead where the show was really, really, really good. And it just kind of fizzled out, unfortunately. You know, after like the first episode of season 7, which was a really, really good episode, that was the episode where Negan killed Glenn and Abraham. But after that, the show just went downhill. And, you know, season 8 was kind of a mess. Season 7 and 8 were just really, they just really weren't good seasons. I mean, you know, I hate to say it, but they just weren't really that good. And season 9, so far, it's been good, but it's just, I don't know, with Rick leaving, it's just kind of, I don't know, I just don't feel the same way about The Walking Dead as I used to, which is definitely, it's, you know, unfortunate. But anyways, this was kind of just a video. Dad wanted to do this video talking about sort of why he stopped watching The Walking Dead. And, yeah, one more point before I end the video, and then I promise that'll be it for this video. But I haven't been watching really any new TV shows, so I've kind of been playing like old seasons of The Walking Dead, just like in the background while I edit videos or whatever. And I just remember how good those first couple seasons were. Like, they were just very simple storylines, like, you know, Carol's daughter went missing, you know, Rick and the group have to find her, or, you know, Herschel wants the group off of his farm. Just, you know, very simple storylines. Like, what are they going to do with Randall? And that's what I really miss about the show. And I think a lot of people would agree with that. It's just, you know, the simple storylines of the first few seasons You know, nothing big like all out war in season 8. Like, oh, we have to go to war against Negan, and there's like all these communities, and you know, it's just big and convoluted. And you know, season 3 introduced the governor. But I just love how that storyline was handled. You know, the pacing there was done properly. But yeah, season 7 and 8 were just kind of a mess, and it's kind of unfortunate to see, you know, where the show is at now, because it was just such a great show, for the first 6 seasons. But now it's just, I don't know, it's just not the same, and it's kind of sad. But you know, I'm still watching the show. I'm probably gonna watch until the end just because I've invested so much time in it. But yeah, I don't know. The series has just changed so much, and it's just kind of sad. I don't know. So sorry if this video is kind of long. Dad wanted to do this video, and yeah. So sorry if this video ran kind of long. But anyways, I'm gonna end the vlog here. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna end the video by showing you guys another like little 30-second video that my mom took of the snow. And yeah, I can't believe it actually snowed up where she's at, by her apartment. I'm kind of jealous because we didn't get any snow, like where we are. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna end the vlog here. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you all for the next one. All right, bye guys.